Valley irrigation started in 1954. We acquired that year the patent of the pivot inventor. And from that year, we develop and make this technology reliable over the years. And through our over 60 years of history now, we have led this industry worldwide. Valmont today is present in all the continents. We have 7 factories in the world, and we also have a very large distribution network, close to 500 dealers, professional irrigation dealers, that can help growers to survey the field, design the irrigation project, install the equipment, and then give them support and maintenance for the life cycle of the product. The product is long-lasting. It's a 30-year life expectation for the pivot product. So Valley has been able to, take this leadership in the industry because of two main things: the product and the distribution. I will, focus on 4 main objectives and benefits. One is water saving. With this pivot irrigation, we can get up to 95% efficiency on the water, which is very high and as very close from drip irrigation, which are the 2 main and the 2 most efficient technology. The second benefit is energy saving. This is a low pressure technology, and because it can work with only 2 to 3 kilo of pressure, this make a big impact on the energy consumption needed for irrigation. The third one will be labor saving. In many countries, it's difficult to find labor in the rural areas to work on the farm. So pivot allow automation of irrigation, and you can really apply precisely water in the field and even nutrients with a minimum amount of labor, and do it whenever you want through automation and technologies we have. And the fourth benefit will be cost of investment and cost of operation. We are both very competitive on cost of investment per hectare. It is true that the larger or the bigger will be the system, the cheaper will be the investment cost per hectare. But even in from 10 hectares and up, we can be very competitive on investment cost. And on operating cost, as I said earlier, we are low energy consumption, low labor consumption, and it's easy for growers to operate the system and to maintain the system during the lifetime of the product, which is 30 years. We can definitely help, with water saving for agriculture, just by making sure there is more end user of this technology, of this precise irrigation technology worldwide. So to spread the word, there are different vehicles. One will be our own distribution network and the extension of this distribution network to promote the technology and train and make aware of it to growers. The second one is also to make sure we are in contact with a lot of public organization, government, to explain them that for their country, if they want to save water, to develop a sustainable agriculture, they need to also work on the regulation, on the water rights, on the infrastructure for growers to take advantage of the fresh water and use it properly. And another way to do it is through new tools that we have. We started with our Valley University, which is a training center where we can do face-to-face training, but most importantly, we use technology like internet to train our own dealer organization, but down the road also to train growers and expose them to the benefit of the technology, to teach them how to operate the technology and apply the best farming practices through the pivot technology. So there are different avenues that we are working on, and this will allow to grow this usage of precise irrigation through pivots. I will comment about 4 technology that we have put on our product in the last 5 years. One is a GPS control positioning system. We use GPS for both know the positioning of the machine in the field, but also to guide some of our equipment through the field through a program route. So this one. The second one is sensors. We offer a larger range of sensors for growers to monitor the irrigation. So it is a moisture sensor, it is a wind sensor, it is evapotranspiration sensors, and all those sensors will provide the growers with good data, and with this data they can have a precise irrigation scheduling, so apply the right amount of water at the right time. Third one will be software that allow remote control of the equipment. So farmers, when they acquire this software allows them to connect with the equipment, with the pivot, through radio or through a mobile phone, and this allows them from a cell phone, a tablet or a computer, they can control their one or many pivot system from office or from anywhere. And this also contributes to really optimize when and how much water to apply, because they can do it from wherever and at whatever time they want. The fourth one is what we call VRI, variable rate irrigation. So this technology allows to slice a piece of land, let's say 50 hectare piece of land irrigated with a pivot. We can slice it in 5,000 plots, where each plot can have a specific water application. So what we do, we take several maps of the field. We have the soil map, we have the yield map, we can have a topography map, and based on those maps that we overlap, we can define where is the highest potential and the lowest potential in the field. And based on this potential, we can adjust water quantity at any given time. So those are the main technology we have released to the market to increase efficiency and also help farmers to be more profitable with their farm. Yes, I mean, pivot is the equipment, and there is a lot of option available with this precise irrigation equipment. What's important is how they will use it, what practices they will do with the pivot. And one is, irrigation scheduling. I mentioned it earlier, and this is very important because with a sensor, they can collect good data and be precise in defining how much water a given crop will need at a given time. and do the application based on that field plant demand. The second one would be also a practice of rotation, crop rotation. With pivot, you can grow basically any type of crops. This means that you can bring in your rotation different crops like corn, soybeans, rice, in a succession. So this allows to alternate grain crops with legume crops. And this allows also to bring, legume crops which will help, bringing nitrogen to the naturally to the soils. And this, from an agronomic point of view, is very good. It increases soil fertility over time, and at the same time maximize yield. So this is another benefit of the pivot technology. The third one will be fertigation. Pivot not only allowed to apply precise irrigation, it also allowed to apply precisely nutrients. So potassium, phosphorus, nitrogen, and even microelement. And with the same benefit of water, this means you can bring the doses that you need or that the plant needs at the time that the plant needs. So again, this is optimization, and doing so, you can avoid, excess of application and then pollution or contamination of under-table waters. The last point, and maybe summarize a bit all what I have said before, it's precise farming, precision farming. Pivot technology really allow farmers to take the best advantage of their resources, which is water, fresh water and soil, maximize output of any type of crops, so the yield and also the quality of the production. For example, for legume, a proper irrigation allowed to get the right size of potato, for example, or the right size of carrots, or for example, again for potatoes, allow to proper harvesting condition. In some other cases, it will allow a good germination startup for the crop. So it's really a strong partner for the farmer to run under sustainable farming practices. We would like to, on the behalf of Valley Irrigation, Valmont, I would like to thank you, AID, for organizing this conference. For us, it's very important to participate and have the chance to tell about this technology, because a lot of people still need to know more about the benefits, and it's a good place to exchange ideas and also hear about what are the practices in some other countries and what solutions are being looked for.